forgive our flaws, we can think no more. We've been fooled by...
Bienvenue au Costa Rica. On est dans la forêt tropicale qui s'appelle Bosque Eterno de los Ninos. Puis on est un groupe de 17 entomologistes qui étudions l'entomofaune, donc la faune des insectes de la région. Donc à tous les jours, on s'en va dans la forêt et on cherche toutes sortes d'insectes.
Entomology is just real-life Pokemon.
The diversity just is mind-blowing.
La diversité est vraiment incroyable. C'est des paysages formidables et c'est une vraie jungle.
The jungle's amazing, all the life. There's so many insects out there, and there's so many cool things. Like, I guess just sort of looking at all that like world that is still unexplored.
There's nothing better than learning hands-on.
It's such an incredible opportunity to be able to teach a course like this. The students are outstanding, and it's nice to get to know them in perhaps a bit more casual way than you would in an in-class situation. A one-of-a-kind opportunity to become better at entomology and research.
It's just like a completely different way of understanding entomology.
And I think it's really important to kind of look at them and figure out what they do and why they do it, especially not only because it contributes to our lives, but just because they're so amazing.
Well, field entomology is an experiential learning exercise. So my role as an instructor is a little bit different here than it would be back at Guelph. Here, the surroundings do the lecturing and I do a bit of interpreting.
Field entomology is basically encouraging students to get out, get familiar with procedures and methods and sampling insects, along with a lot of hands-on activities, identifying insects, seeing them in their natural habitat, natural behaviors, and learning sort of the broad interactions of insects with the broader communities.
We've had 20 years of students telling us they learn more in 2 weeks in this sort of immersive experience than they learn in 13 weeks of having somebody like me stand in front of them and talk.
We are at the Soltis Research and Education Center in Costa Rica.
It's an amazing research facility down here in the neotropics.
Students are finding a lot of different cool things that could potentially have never been documented previously.
The objective of the course is to provide students with an opportunity to hone their skills in entomology with probably one of the best insect systematists in Canada, Dr. Steve Marshall.
This is possibly the nicest place we've taught it. No, definitely the nicest place we've taught it.
Gonna be warm yesterday. Warm tomorrow. Gonna be warm all days.
What are we doing, Tommy?
We're making brassica oil, volatiles.
So Tommy, what are we doing?
Making sticky traps, hand traps, and catch some bugs.
We're testing different levels of injury to see which flies come or which insects come to the damaged millipede.
Dead organisms will bring different kinds of flies.
Depending on these stressors or injury levels, we're seeing what type of flies will come to the millipedes.
We're looking at what different insects come to the different kinds of decaying leaf matter.
What we're studying is once you break open the termite nest, there are these spiders that they somehow sense the rupture and they come up to the termites that are leaving the hole.
It captures termites, usually 3 at a time, rolls them into a package, and then with a safety pulley system of silk, ends up rolling the package across the termite mound and transports it to a certain area and then just feeds on it.
Since we found a tree fall, we're putting out pan traps consisting of white and yellow to compare both colors.
I'm working on a project that is comparing the abundance and diversity of pollinators that can be found in disturbed and undisturbed habitats.
We're not just studying insects, we're studying other fauna that they're interacting with, like the spiders.
So yeah, we do Bug of the Day. So we kind of just come together and discuss what the most interesting insect we found that day is and just like share it with the class.
It's very different from classroom learning. We do have some classroom lectures, but it's very collaborative. I mean, we bring in our own bug of the day every day, so it's more exciting because everyone's involved in the process and we're all learning from each other.
We have a little discussion and our profs kind of fill in some gaps for us.
You remember experiential learning much better than sort of passive absorption of facts, figures, and PowerPoint slides.
I've known exploratory science to be really interesting and to be kind of rare, I think, in an undergraduate setting.
And that we're undergrads and get to be a part of that is really exciting, and I think that has to do with the profs that we're here with.
It's not all that often that you get to be able to just try something in nature and just play around and see what happens. I've never been around a group of people that are okay with me bringing bugs to the dinner table.
It's been amazing being in an area that is so rich in insect diversity.
One of the great things about this course is that I get to go out with a bunch of really enthusiastic younger people who have much better eyes than I do. And they see great things, they ask great questions, their enthusiasm is contagious. I'm pretty enthusiastic about it to start with because there's no place in the world I'd rather be than immersed in primary rainforest.
Tommy is going to eat a scarab larva.
Oh.
How does it taste?
Like what?
You gotta make sure you floss tonight.
Do you floss every night? Let me tell you what we're doing. We're checking our traps.
The rainforest here is incredible. You're surrounded by overwhelming biodiversity. When you see something and it's three-dimensional and you touch it and you photograph it and you talk to people about it, it just sticks with you. It's a tremendous way to learn.
Insects are so much of the world, and we often don't even acknowledge what they do for us on a regular basis.
An entomologist is someone who is passionate about and learns about insects.
It's kind of nice to see how much we the people that are here appreciate insects, and I just find like in general a lot of people don't really do that.
Plus, you get to see a lot of cool things you don't see in North America. And it's just a fun experience that you don't get to play with when you're in school.
When I took a picture without the flash, it looked like this, and when I took a picture with the flash, it looked like that.
That was actually the first word I wanted to learn how to spell was entomology.
Every day you see something different, and that's so exciting.
2 bagworms that he found underneath a leaf, and so there's like a big one made of some leaves, some moss.
I like that you get to see a lot of things that you wouldn't see in Ontario, so it's pretty cool.
Cicada and B flat.
What do we have here?
Cicada! Or Michael Bublé.
Right now I'm pinning the specimens that I've caught in the field and trying to classify them into different taxa for our field project. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend.
I have a big, fat, mega cockroach that was in bed with me this morning.
The more you look for it, the more you're going to see the small things.
Entomology has been a part of my life for a very long time. As a child, I lived in like the heart of the city, so like there wasn't much wildlife, except when you go to your backyard, you like lift up rocks, or you like look up behind the one tree in my backyard, and you just find like thousands of these aliens that you've never seen before.
It's really cool to see all the different things and to actually go and be out in a rainforest. If I didn't take this course, I don't know if I would have this opportunity.
Pura vida!
You get a sense for what's there that you might not before.
This one ichneumon wasp I got might be like my favorite bug I've ever seen. I'd absolutely recommend this class for anyone that wants kind of a outside experience to the world of entomology where you actually get to see them alive.
I would 100% recommend this course.
We hardly know anything about them, so it's kind of this exploration of natural history that a lot of people don't realize is present, yet it's all around us. Seeing them in action, that's what I love. That's my favorite insect, the one that's moving around and giving us a good show.
After dinner, we do something called Bug of the Day, where everyone either submits a photo or brings a specimen to show everyone, and we just kind of pick something that either we found interesting or it's something uncommon that you don't see every day.
They're not bugs, they're insects.
Step back, think twice, read between the lines. Step back, think twice, please open your eyes. Step back, think twice, we can't run no more.
I think insects are an underappreciated group of animals.
I'm really, really glad that the School of Environmental Sciences and the Ontario Ag College at the University of Guelph support courses like this.
We could see all the shines and gold, no, all the shines and gold. It's a little messed up, we've got this far, still we cannot see all the shines and gold. It's a little messed up, we could see all the shines and gold, no, all the shines and gold. It's a little messed up, we could see all the shines and gold, no, all the shines and gold.
Dun 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 dun. Ding ding.